Hello my people. Welcome back to the channel. If you are just joining us, you picked the right day to be here because the gist is hot, the news is heavy, and the ground is shaking. I'm talking about a massive operation that has everyone talking from Lagos to Sokoto, and even across the ocean in Washington, D.C. You've seen the headlines, but today, we are breaking down the real story behind the US strikes, the fall of the notorious TikTok bandit, and the millions in cash recovered. Grab your drink, sit back, and let's dive into the details. Before we start, if you love seeing justice served, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it. The TikTok bandit, who is he? First, let's talk about the man of the hour, and not for a good reason. We've been seeing these guys on our FYP For You page for months. You know them, the ones who think social media is a playground for criminals. One of the main targets, Abubakar Osman, popularly known as Sidi, has been all over TikTok lately. This guy was literally flexing on us. He'd post videos flaunting brand new motorcycles, heavy firearms, and stacks of cash, money that we all know came from the sweat and tears of innocent Nigerians. He thought he was untouchable. He thought the forest was a shield and TikTok was his fan club. But guess what? The digital bandit just met a digital predator. The Christmas Day present US. Precision strikes. Now, here is where it gets intense. On Christmas Day, December 25, 2025, while we were all eating jollof rice and celebrating with family, the sky over the Bonny Forest in Sokoto State turned red. US President Donald Trump authorized the high-stakes military strike. This wasn't just a small skirmish. We are talking about Tomahawk cruise missiles fired from US Navy ships in the Gulf of Guinea and MQ-9 Reaper drones circling the sky. The target: two major enclaves of ISIS-linked terrorists and their bandit allies, including the group known as KWARA. These guys have been moving from the Sahel corridor into Nigeria, thinking they can set up shop. The U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, confirmed that multiple targets were neutralized. When they say neutralized in military terms, you know what that means, they have been cleared out. But the flushing didn't end in the forest. While the missiles were flying, the Nigeria Police Force, NPF, and the Intelligence Response Team, FIDIT, were on the ground in KWARA State executing a covert operation. They caught Sidi, the TikTok flexer, and his partner in crime, Shehu Muhammadu, alias Shid. Here is what was recovered on the spot. 500,000 Nigerian nairas in cold cash, which the police say is unspent ransom money. A brand new Honda Ace motorcycle worth nearly 1.9 million Nigerian nairas, also bought with blood money. AK-47 rifles and live ammunition. We aren't just talking about a lucky arrest anymore, we are talking about a masterclass in digital tracking. You see, Abubakar Osman, that Sidi guy, thought he was playing a game. He thought he could use TikTok to look like a big boy while hiding in the bush. But little did he know, every time he hit upload, he was signing his own arrest warrant. Let's break down exactly how the FIDIT and AFRICOM tracked these guys down. How did they find a man in a forest? Simple. Metadata and geotagging. Even when Sidi tried to be smart by using VPNs or bouncing his signal, he made one fatal mistake: consistency. The National Cybercrime Center, NPF-NCCC, teamed up with TikTok's safety team to run a sentiment and location analysis. Every video he posted of himself holding stacks of 1,000 Nigerian nairas notes and AK-47s was analyzed. They didn't just look at his face. They looked at the vegetation, the sun's angle, and the unique engine sound of that red Honda Ace motorcycle he was so proud of. The police used social network analysis, SNA. They tracked who was liking his post and who he was tagging. This led them to a network of POS operators in KWARA State who were helping him wash ransom money into clean cash. The secret operation in Kenya. While the US was busy preparing their drones for the Sokoto strikes, the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, was moving like ghost in KWARA. On December 19, 2025, operatives moved into the Komen Masalosi axis of Kiama local government area. This area is thick with trees and has very poor network, the perfect place for a bandit to hide, right? Wrong. The IRT used geospatial intelligence, GeoInt, satellite imagery that can see heat signatures through the forest canopy. They spotted a high-activity zone that didn't match local farming patterns. When they moved in, they didn't go with sirens blaring. It was a covert sting. They intercepted CD and his partner, Jid, while they were literally on that same red motorcycle from the TikTok videos. They didn't even have time to reach for the AK-47 in their bag. The US-Nigeria intelligence handshake. Now, let's talk about the big guns. The US didn't just wake up and decide to drop missiles on Christmas Day. This was a handshake operation. Nigeria's Defense Space Administration provided the ground intel, who the targets were. And the US provided the eye in the sky. The Reaper drones, these one just for bombing. They spent weeks circling the Bonny Forest, using high-definition thermal cameras to track mass movements of ISIS Sahel fighters coming to train the bandits. The USS Paul Ignatius, a massive US destroyer sitting in the Gulf of Guinea. When the signal came from Abuja that the targets were clustered, they launched Tomahawk missiles that traveled hundreds of miles to hit specific coordinates with 100% precision. The lesson: no more hidden forest. The era where bandits could hide in the no man's land between states like Zamfara, Niger, and KWARA is ending. Between Starlink-aided surveillance and AI-driven social media monitoring, the forest is getting smaller every day. CD is currently in custody, and trust me, he is singing like a bird. He's giving up names, locations, and the POS operators who help them move money. The TikTok bandit has become a police informant. The federal government has made it clear, if you show off your ill-gotten wealth on social media, you are just providing the GPS for your own arrest. Millions in cash have been tracked, accounts are being frozen, and the lords of TikTok are now lords of the cell block. The sovereignty debate: is this good for Nigeria? Now, let's talk for a minute, Nigerian to Nigerian. There's been a lot of talk online. Some people are saying, why is the US bombing our soil? And others are saying, finally, someone is helping us. The Nigerian government, through Minister of Information Muhammad Idris, clarified that this was a joint operation. Nigeria provided the intelligence, and the US provided the high-tech firepower. Think about it. These bandits have been terrorizing farmers, kidnapping students, and making life hard. If it takes a Tomahawk missile to clear the Bonny Forest so our people can sleep with two eyes closed, isn't that a win? But we must also ask, what happens next? We don't want endless wars on our soil, we want a permanent solution. I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Do you think the TikTok bandits deserve what they got? Are you okay with foreign strikes on Nigerian soil if it stops the kidnapping? Also, a quick word to the youth: you see these guys on social media with big money and guns. It looks cool for 15 seconds, but look at how it ends. Either a drone finds you or the FIDIT catches you. There is no future in that life. Let's keep it real and keep it legal. As we head into the new year, the message is clear. The Nigerian government is tightening the noose. They are working with social media companies to take down these bandit accounts, and they are recruiting 50,000 more officers to man our forest. The TikTok bandits era is officially over. The digital space is being watched, and the physical space is being guarded. This flashing is just the beginning. Thank you guys for sticking with me for this deep dive. It's a lot to take in, but it's a big victory for the security of our nation. Make sure you share this video so people know the real story behind the headlines. Would you like me to do a follow-up on the latest identities of the other bandits still on the run? Let me know in the comments. I'm your host, and this is the news. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.